All right, so today we are going to be trying all of the cars that we saw in the Assetto Corsa EVO trailer and then ranking them into this tier list here. I downloaded pretty much every car, or I would say every car I saw besides that one scene where there's a bunch of car dolls. Obviously, I didn't download every single one of those. And I have the mods in the description of the video. I'll be ranking them according to, like, I can't compare them in terms of speed, right? Because there's such different cars. So I'm going to be ranking them on how fun they are, how good they look, and just generally, is the mod actually good and is the car itself good? Basically, in a nutshell, the ranking is, should you try it, should you download it yourself, or should you just leave it be? All right, here we go. This is the first car, 964 911 Turbo. It already looks quite beautiful, I think. Definitely, yeah. How's the interior? Interior is pretty as well. I like it. Yeah, see how it feels. Oh, it sounds good. Fuck yeah. Beautiful car. Handles quite well, but does feel realistic. It's not like, those no-hezzy cars or something like that that feel completely unrealistic, just so every kiddie can play it. Man, this is nice. Flying about. Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah, okay. This car feels pretty great already, and in terms of mods, I've seen way worse. The brake lights seem to work. Reverse lights seem to work. There's normal lights. Can you... yeah, flashers work. So it's a great mod. It looks beautiful. I think you could take some seriously good photos of it. It's really fun to drive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a solid A. Okay, M4 CSL. So this car felt a bit janky already while loading up, and I guess the rear lights don't really work. Oh, great. So you can't see it because it's a bit off screen for you, but because I'm ultra wide, but this car is one of those mods that just damages itself while driving. So as soon as I step on the gas, like if you're red lighting, then the engine keeps flashing on the left because it's like damaging itself. Oh boy, obviously I'm not great here. Oh my god, what? The fight's not responding anymore. Okay, well, let's try that again. The crash I had just completely cut power from one wheel, so I wasn't even able to drive anymore. There he goes again, damaging its own engine. Pretty sure they took the sound effects straight from the F82. Sounds desetting. I mean, it's an M4, it's fun to drive. It's fun to look at, but it would be so much more beautiful if those taillights actually worked. I guess it's not easy to program those. And as fast as well. It's hard to even judge if this is like realistic, I guess. I mean, it feels very similar to... Oh boy, no, there we go, yeah. Oh boy, okay, come on, calm down. Mm-hmm. It feels pretty similar to like the F82 mods and the G80 mods that I've tried. So I would guess it's decently realistic. But dude, that engine damaging itself and the not working taillights. How the front lights work, I guess. And they look pretty cool, but I don't think they're like this orange. I think the real ones might either be like the piss yellow or just white, but I don't think they're like this weird hue of orange. No, what? You can see the interior from out here is just the same as the marble GA2 ones. I think I would give this one a solid B or C. B or C. I'll go with C for now, but if we have some truly horrible other cars, then it might go up to B. It was pretty fun, but it just doesn't seem that perfected yet. Okay, so next, 911R. Oh, this is probably going to be a good one. I mainly race GT3 cars, so this is right up my alley. Sounds pretty fantastic. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. What trash levels are we on here? I guess I didn't switch my wheel settings, so I don't see any traction levels. Oopsie. Okay. Feels like a GT3 car. Looks like a GT3 car. Sounds like one. Oh, fuck, I love this. But here, like, I'm easily satisfied with like a Porsche. That's just the cheatiest, easiest way to satisfy me. Can't really, yeah. I need to work on the bike so I can turn the flashlights on properly. Wow, you can feel the roads so much better in these cars. It might be the wheel as well, because of that, like a smaller diameter, but man, and the braking is crazy. What an unfair race. Like stock Supras, stock Evos, they're not gonna stand a chance here against the 911 literal race car, like not street race car, but a literal race car. Okay, so this is pretty sick. How does it look from the front? Okay, it looks amazing as well. Interior, well, obviously it's not gonna be a beautiful detailed interior, but it's a GT3 interior. Man, this I can absolutely rev all of them. I'm driving third person because obviously it's more entertaining that way. But I'm definitely faster here in first person because that's how I usually drive. I tried to make another video the other day where I would film everything in first person and then use the replays to show the third person, but it's so much work. It's what I always do with the shorts because there it's easy to have an overview, but where like a full video it's just way too hard. Yeah, but I think, oh no, guess I'll have to end every one of these with a crash. But I think I know what I'll rate. This one feels like an S tier mod. If you're like into GT3 cars, here this sort of thing, it's just gonna be so much fun. God, that was a good car. Okay, next up we have Alfa Romeo GTA M. Lights work, that's good. Looks quite pretty. Man, and that's a good color. This sounds pretty good. The problem with this car is I don't know what it sounds like in real life. So I wouldn't be able to tell you if it's really good in terms of that. Okay, that sounds a bit strange in the top end here. Oof, but that paint reflecting in the sun is nice. And it's feels more controllable than the CSL as well. That'd be like something I wouldn't want to say in real life, but because it's a monster, because obviously I'm a BMW fanboy, but Alfa Romeos are just, oof, beautiful cars. So I can't really complain. Come on, let me over to, oh, should we just push the Evo off the line? Nah, not this time. But if you get in our way again, I'm gonna throw you off, dude. Okay. Oh. Well, that's broken. Okay, well, I had to go too large real quick. I'll give this GTA M another quick try. I crashed it earlier on. But I thought expecting it a bit closer. I like the wing. Well, okay, now it's looking more normal. It looked kind of skinny earlier on, if that makes sense. It looked a bit thin. I do wonder where this model was sourced from. I don't even know any racing games that have this in it, but I mean, it could be Gran Turismo. Usually get it from there. Yeah, we're going real quick now. Well, as we saw earlier, it has some understeer on the high end here, so has to be careful. Oh wait, oh, okay. Well, crashed again. Looks pretty good. It's quite fun to drive, but over the course of the race, or just like while playing, I feel like the sound just isn't super there. At the model is a bit like there's some janky corners on it, so I'll give it a B. It's nice, definitely fun. I would probably recommend it, but these two so far definitely been better. I mean, I feel like the other 911 could have almost been an S tier as well, but we'll do it for like this from now. We have a nice spread as well. Okay, next up we have a McLaren 765 LT. This one isn't fucking fun, and I don't know what could be. Wait, those lights are very bright. What sort of backfire is that? Like light blue flames. By the way, I thought I'd switch up the track a bit, otherwise it's boring. It would keep just going for the same type. Okay, so we have the thing where, oh boy, let's go. Where the engine damages itself again, but only really up in the very top, and I'm not doing it now. I guess that was a red lining. No, there we go. Okay, after circuit gear, if you're redlining it too hard. It's very slippery. Oh. But surprisingly easy to slide. Whenever I shift down, the rear end just steps out. This is weird. And there we go. And then engine is damaging itself again. Let's give the first person a quick shot. So the dash is working. I think in the real 765, that thing can fold up and display like a normal street capable display where you see a lot of information, or this reduced track one. So it's cool that that's working. I'm guessing we can't push up the other display, but the handling on this thing is weird. It doesn't entirely feel like what it's a lot slipperier than I would expect. In the house, okay, traction control was off, so that does explain some things. Oh man, oh my god, it is so snappy. What the fuck? Oh wait. Oh my god. Okay, well, I think I might already have a verdict on this one. Honestly, it's kind of fun as a, like, maybe it would be fun as a first car if you get like a good setup going, but I'm gonna even here. The color that you saw, the yellow, it's the, like, there's no, I mean, there's this red. Maybe I would have had to try these, but at McLaren, there's obviously a very popular orange that just doesn't look like it. to me. Maybe it's my shader as well, could be. But I'm gonna rate this an E for now. If there's something like no, actually I'll do B. I've seen mods that are an E, and this one is still like drivable. I think if you want to get like a clip or something where you're driving a McLaren, it'll do the job, but it's not something I would like recommend for fun driving. This is the first car that I think might not stand a chance against our random ass lineup that we have here. But kinda like how it's on. There's a lot of wheel spin. But it's weird to say, but it does feel like front wheel spin, and that makes sense. Even in the force feedback, you can feel it. Then the sound is something else. It looks quite lovely. I mean, it's a cute little car. Okay, has an understeer there. Look at that. The color is nice. Oh, maybe we could do an overtake here real quick. We're so much smaller than the other cars. It's crazy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I like it's not that slow. The others have traffic. They're not completely smoking me. Nice little outfit. It handles decently. This car's kind of fun. Oh man, the understeer is crazy. I don't know if you saw that, but when I was steering there, at some point I could just go further and you can tell that there's no more grip, no response. And the others are definitely driving off here. Okay, and here we go. See here? It's just going forward. No more traction. But I think it's nothing against the mod, because that's just how that would feel. The rear lights work as well. Need to give the interior a little peek off there, but I'm kind of loving this. Can I downshift there still? Nope. Ooh. Now we damaged the engine, but that makes sense because we money shifted it. I'm sure this kind of Mini doesn't have anything that will prevent you from doing that. Man, this goes kind of hard. I wonder how fast it could go in this little thing. But you can see the others are just walking at it. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's too steep, I think. I need to do a full lap with this at some point. Small little guy. I feel like practicing to drive this little guy quick could actually be like fantastic practice for getting better with like the big cars. You know, you learn some different skills if you drive these smaller vehicles. Whoa. What? You feel like there's so much space on this track. It's almost like a go-kart or something. It's just so small. Oh, get a little bit of this light going. Oh no! Ah, shit. And I put it into the wall. Where? Well, let's see. Front is quite nice as well. It's detailed. It has the interior. Okay. The interior is pretty decent as well. It looks a bit weird now because of my FOP, but I think I'm ready to rate this one. Okay, so I'm rating it in terms of everything, and so that's fun, looks, mod quality, and so on. So the mod quality would be an S to me. It sounds good and looks good. It is also really fun, but to me at least, it's a bit slow. So I'll keep it at A. But like with a different rating scale out, this could have definitely been an S. Very fun car, and I would certainly recommend it. Okay, our next one might be a bit of an unfair one because it's actually the only car in the entire list that is in the base game. It's an Alfa Romeo GTA. There are no one, so I guess the inspiration for the modern Alfa we drove earlier on. Okay, the Ioniq feels very realistic, what you would expect from a base car. I think I'm gonna have to brake a bit earlier here. Oh wow, the red of that Evo is nice. Oh, come off. Can we squeeze in between? Yeah, oh boy. I thought I was gonna give him a little off that, which, you know, we're motor racing, right? So that's a fair game, but gave him a bit more love than I wanted to. Man, I feel like my shader might just be set up for red, but all these red cars are looking phenomenal. In fact, red and green looks great. Can we get a little slide going here? Yep, there we go. This car kind of rips, certainly faster than the Mini. Locked up the tires a bit there. But it's also rear-wheel drive, so that's going to give you a bit of a different experience. Much less understeer. It still does understeer a bit, but if you put the foot down, obviously you're going to get more oversteer in this one. Yep, there you go. Oh. But this feels a lot more race car than the Mini, even though I can't take that from the Mini. I mean, they are... And I feel like I might be completely off base here. That Mini actually has raced... Oh, that one's terrible. Has raced in more racing categories and has more racetrack experience than this Alfa does. But man, this is also a fun car, for sure. Can we take that RX7? Can we get that RX7? Oh, AI wiped out, and we can. That's something. Certainly a lot older than the RX7. I've been driving this car for another bit, and all of those lights as well, man. This is just a good one. Frontless, great swell. Where's the high beams? Maybe the high beams. My shader doesn't have the greatest look for the lights. Interior is also very nice. This kind of feels stupid because it's so obvious. This is like a card from the base game. But I'm going to have to rate it S tier. So that's so bad, but it's so fun to rear-wheel drive. Obviously, this is a base game mod, so it looks great. It sounds pretty good. Could sound a little better. That Mini actually sounded a bit better because it's like a rear-wheel drive car. It just steps out a bit more. It's more lively. So I'm gonna have to rate it S tier. That's gonna be that. Lotus Emira, and do I see the guy putting his hand down? So this is a manual car. Okay. So I have to say, up front, the mod seemed a bit janky. It wasn't categorized properly. It was not under Lotus. It was just like a separate thing. It had like a weird exclamation point. So I was coming in here with a bit of an expectation that this would be, oh, what the fuck? That this would be bad, but so far, I'm kind of impressed, even though this, I mean, it sounds fantastic, but this does not sound like a V6. Probably gonna have to watch like a video on this car to check if that's actually what it sounds like. My guess is not. As fast as far as you can tell, we already almost overtook all of our competition. Obviously, this car is a lot newer, and it's made to be more of a weekender than the others. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty detailed. Has a working screen, that's always nice. You can go to YouTube and everything with like up the major. I'm gonna have to go with C as well here. So that the mod quality itself, or the look of it, it's a bit better than M4. The lights work and everything, but the handling is worse. With the M4, they probably just turned the F82's handling and improved it a bit, so it's easier for them. You don't really have a reference car for this one. I really hope it's gonna be good, because this would be one that I'll try to get like good lap times on. It's the Ferrari Daytona. Even in my like trailer reaction, I was so excited when I got to see that one. For me, this might be one of the best looking motor cars, maybe even one of the best looking cars, period. It's just, I mean, look at it. Okay. It sounds accurate-ish. This gonna sound stupid, but for this one, just because it's like one. Oh, no. Okay, so sounds a bit funky, to be honest. Wow, what is that steering angle? This was a bit weird. It was maybe the car I was most excited for. There's one more coming up that I'm also really excited for. So I guess I was putting a lot of expectations in this one. I mean, wait, let's see, traction control all. I mean, it doesn't sound super accurate, but it sounds sick. The rear light bar is awesome. The mouse would sound a bit weird, like a Chihuahua marking or something. Oh, okay, yeah, traction control is now off, for sure. The red is amazing, and it's so lovely. Okay, for some reason, something feels a bit weird about the steering angle, but once you get used to it, it handles pretty damn well, and there's so much weight, like in the steering, because like there's an insane amount of grip. Oh, it's blazing dust. It's like too fast for its own good. From the inside, the sound makes more sense. That makes sense. It sounds more like what I would imagine it sounds like on the outside. Really? On the compression there, it felt really weird. It seemed like a tire was rubbing, but I don't think you can simulate that, right? It will probably just flip through. I don't think there's anything that will control that. Oh wait, that's too late. That wasn't. Now I could break. Yeah, and I could have taken that better as well. Better. Handy. So you can kind of control it slipping. And you want that because if you're driving on the car at the limit, oh, well, that's ironic, isn't it? If you're driving the car at the limit, it's got to slip away at some point. And if it does, you want to be able to control it. So the front looks good. There's no high beams, I think. The lights work, but there's no high beams. Okay, I think I'm ready to give my rating here as well. So this one's kind of AA as well, but in the opposite way than the Mini is. I think In another list, it would probably go into B. If it was like only focused on the mod quality, it will be B. But it specs as fuck, so that's fun. It looks beautiful. It's such a gorgeous car. Put it into A, but like with a tendency towards D, I would say. Okay, next up is a Ferrari 296 GTB. The paint looks interesting. I thought initially that was going to be like a flat-ish paint like the Evo has over there, but it's like a metallic one. So that's why I'm guessing 296 is probably a 6-cylinder car. Handles fairly well, but there's something about the oversteer with this one that I don't necessarily love. The paint's very nice though. That makes such a difference. So that I had this Audi RS3 mod. That sounds fairly good, but the paint job is just shit. Like, it looks nothing like the original, oh boy, Audi Fates. Although I have to say, this doesn't look like the real Ferrari 296 GTB. It has a yellow paint job as well. That's very, very popular with, but I think it's more yellow, if that makes sense. This really, this is pretty flat. And it feels like it's almost a bit, I'm gonna say too quick for a Re 296. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's like faster than GT3 cars, I think, which I wouldn't expect from this car. I think maybe I need to do some reading up. I know it's like a... Whoa, what the fuck was that? It was like, it sounded like a broken transmission on Destiny. What is that? It's not like someone's storing locks in Minecraft. And I could feel a lot, like in the force feedback. He's pretty accurate. That sound is just off-putting. I would love to get some sort of explanation of what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's something that you hear in the real car. Although if you pay what you pay for this car, then you have strange background noise like that. I think I would be kind of upset. Ooh, that was nice. So this is hard. I'm noticing my scale is a bit weird. So mod-wise, I think the mod for this one is actually a bit better than for this one. Although the colors are off and there's this weird noise. So I won't feel too bad about it. I'm going to put it in B. It's a fun car. I would still recommend downloading it. It's a decent mod, looks good. S-Stop is the most different of the bunch. Okay, so first I thought it sounds awesome. It does, kind of, but there's not a lot of rage. There's not a lot of rage to the sound. That makes sense. It's just, it feels like it's only climbing up like 1,000, oh boy, rounds per minute. It's barely increasing its pitch. It feels tiny in between the other cars. Oh, did you see that? It definitely lifted the wheel there. That's kind of awesome. It's not... Man, this mod goes kind of hard. I'm starting to feel bad about putting everything into A tier. I can't put it into S tier, but maybe I need to demote the Daytona Okay, so we have someone who was extremely angry behind us. I'm just gonna keep that. So the interior materials are really nice. Either that's wood or leather. No, I think it's like wood or fake wood, and it looks really nice. Oh, I thought someone was pushing me. That's why we're shaking, but it's not. Oh, those fights are nice. Okay, the council has made a decision, and it is with with heavy hearts, that we're gonna have to demote the Daytona. It just doesn't deserve to be on the same level. I can't give this Morgan an S tier, but it's definitely A tier, and the Daytona is just not on the same level. The car I was second most excited for doesn't seem to be working. It's either a problem with the mod or I don't know what it is, but it's gonna have to make it into E for now. Probably gotta remove the link for that one because I don't want you to download the non-working car. Okay, front wheel burnouts, as it should. Maybe a bit long, to be honest. Okay, that sound is strange, but I guess there really wasn't that much sound with an old Golf like this. Well, the handling is weirdly good. It's not fast, but it has a ton of grip. I could see from out here, it's like got the grandma seats and everything. And that's nice. The interior seems to look pretty good. Woo, woo. I'm overtaking RX7s and EVOs in a Gen 1 Golf. That seems a bit unrealistic to me. It's fun. It's making me smile, but it's also making me a bit uncertain. Makes me wonder a bit. Like, don't think this is what a first generation Golf will feel like. There's just too much grip for the tiny thin tires that this car has. The lights are nice. They're splashers and everything. The number plate looks good, which is not always the case either. Interior is nice. It's like not amazing. Looks like mods taken from a older game. See the Blaupunkt stereo, which is probably aftermarket. I don't think these had originally that stereo. But I feel confident in bringing this one now. I'm gonna give it a B as well. That's pretty fair. I think it's a good mod. I have nothing that is particularly super wrong with it. It's just normal, average B tier. Okay, so with this one, I cheated a little bit. I couldn't, for the life of me, find a GTI, so I had to take an R. It's a Golf 8R. Should have been from the trailer a Golf 8 GTI, but that's the closest I could find, and I think it's gonna do. Okay, the DSG parts are there. That literally sounds like Golf, but it feels a bit fast. Okay, the sound is good. I mean, it's the question is it your thing, that sound? You know, is it to your taste? But that's the same with the real one. I always think it's kind of fun. This might be the most accurate sounding car, in my opinion, of the bunch. This sounds exactly like a Golf R RX7. Make it a bit louder. Okay. Lacking the pulse, which some people are gonna prefer, but I would have liked to see the bobs like the real car. Okay, those GST parts are just nice. I like that.
It's weirdly shiny though, I just realized. I think I barely see the red because I could see more of the road underneath it. Be great for a clickbait thumbnail. Well, I put it in there, but didn't look bad at all. I mean, understeer for days, but it's a four-wheel drive hatchback, so what do you expect, right? This is a bit of a difficult one, so I did that skip from the front as well. There's no high teams though, I think. That's good. Not great. Sounds good from the inside as well. Yeah, I think I'm ready to rate. So I was gonna put it into B initially, and that's where I expected it to go. You can see as well that like the picture for it is a bit weird, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I think this is more personal one for me. I think it would generally trend towards B, but I recommend trying it. I think this it's a pretty good. It's either a really good B or a bad A tier. It doesn't.
And for the last one, my camera went out, but I'll summarize it real quick. It was a fun car. It looks quite good. It sounds a lot like the real deal. Yes, it does kind of sound like that. But there was this weird thing where it doesn't limit you from going into reverse. So you can just shift down, and then all of a sudden shift into reverse. Obviously, if you're tuned in with the car and if you've driven it for a bit, you're not going to have that problem because you're not just going to shift down too far. But if you're new to it, that's going to be a weird thing if you're just testing it out. The interior was good as well. Looks like a GT3 car should. So I think it looks a lot like the ones in Competizione do. You have all the information you need. It's accurate, obviously. I mean, that'd be pretty bad if it wasn't. But there was something off about the car. It didn't, like, the big thing that I noticed is it didn't handle Eau Rouge the way I would have expected it to. With GT3 cars, you should be able to go through pretty much flat out. Maybe it's different for the GT. So did I say SL earlier on? Oh, no. Maybe it's different for the GT, so I'll have to retry that at some point in another game. But I ended up giving it a B tier because of the weird thing with the shifting into reverse and with it feeling not entirely like a GT car. Like the Porsche was amazing and the Mercedes GT was just okay. So yeah, that's the entire rating. I hope you liked this video. If you did, subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next one.